Hi and welcome to another Married to Reselling video. I'm Simon.
I'm Faye.
And together we're a UK reseller couple selling mainly on eBay and Amazon.
Coming up in this video, we've got more sales from in here in the barn. Simon is very frustrated with eBay. He's uncovered a situation that will be affecting you too. He's going to explain in more detail. I'm popping out now, so Simon will fill you in.
Okay, so the latest eBay debacle that has got me so frustrated. I've wasted so much time messaging with eBay for Business on Facebook, which is usually a very good way of getting issues resolved. Not this time. So what's happened, if you buy your labels from eBay for Royal Mail second class parcels, previously you were protected by eBay for late deliveries. So what this means is in your seller hub you will see your late delivery percentage, and ours, I noticed, just started creeping up. Now usually for years it's always been 0.0%. If any defects did show, it would start creeping up to like 0.27%, something like that. The allowance is 3%. So it's quite generous allowance for late deliveries. But eBay used to protect you against late deliveries as long as you shipped the items on time and that you provided the tracking details at the time of shipping. So if you bought your labels through eBay, that would happen automatically. You purchase your labels and the reference number, the tracking number would get assigned to the order. So I noticed that our late delivery had shot up to 2.2%, and basically warning there saying you're going to lose your top seller status if this continues. So I looked into the orders, and what I could see was that they were all shipped on time. Some of them were delivered late, and previously this was never a problem because the understanding was that you are protected by eBay when that happens. As I said, the defect would appear, but within 7 to 10 days it would automatically be removed. And I've had countless conversations where I've had to sort of chase them up manually because for whatever reason, glitches in the system, that sort of stuff, they hadn't happened, and I'd had to chase just the odd one up here and there with eBay for Business confirming that that is the case. But something in the last 2 months has changed, and it's something to do with the way the post office are reporting the scan. So when you go into the post office and drop off your parcel, they'll give you a receipt just like this, and it just shows the house number, the postcode, and the reference number or tracking number of the parcel, and it's dated on the day that you drop them in. Now previously, when you looked up a second class Royal Mail reference number on the Royal Mail website or even via eBay, it would say accepted at post office. So it would be a timestamp for the moment that the post office worker scanned your item. And it was that data capture that gave you the protection against defects. So if something was delivered late, the system would show eBay that it was dispatched on time, it was dropped into the post office on time, and the defect would go. Without any warning from eBay, something has changed. Whether it's the way Royal Mail are reporting that scan for second class mail, or whether it's the way eBay are treating that scan, it is no longer showing as received, and any defects that arise from late delivery are no longer automatically being removed, and that, as I said, is with no warning, nothing at all. So I believe this has been going on since early July because that's kind of when our defects started sticking. Now I'll show you exactly what I mean. So here is the latest long list of defects. The grey ones are the ones that previously have been removed because although the delivery was late, eBay could see that the item was dropped off in time. These are second class parcels, and therefore the defect got automatically removed. But all of a sudden, pretty much as from August, as you can see there, they are no longer getting removed automatically. We've had no warning of that. Had we had some sort of warning, guys, stop using second class parcels for your shipping on eBay. We know we offer it as a service, but you shouldn't use it because if your item is late, the defect won't be removed. If we'd have had some sort of warning like that, then of course I'd have stopped using it. And I'm sure if this is affecting you, I'm sure you would too. But what's happened is no warning, no notification that this has changed at all. I don't even think eBay know that this has changed because I have had message after message. I've spoken to 2 representatives now at eBay for Business, Jessica first and then Gail, yeah, I heard the groans, and neither of them seem to be able to grasp what I'm saying to them, and they will not answer my question where I say, tell me what's changed between June and July and August, because in June and July you were automatically removing the defects, and now in August and into September you're not. And all they keep replying with is, sorry, we can't remove those defects because they're not eligible for removal. Even though I've shown them the receipt from the post office showing exactly when a particular item was dropped off. So I've got the receipt for it. I've shown them the order number. They can see the reference number. They can see it all tying up, yet they are not interested in protecting us as sellers at all. I've sent them some pretty strong words. I've basically told them that they're doing a disservice to eBay and eBay sellers. It's in our interest for eBay to be successful. Sellers that achieve top rated seller status, they're the sellers that they need to be looking after, because they're the sellers that are shipping the fastest, providing the best service, having the lowest defect rates. Yet they are not interested at all in protecting those types of sellers because of what is essentially some sort of IT glitch, which they just will not hold their hands up to. They won't take the time to understand what the issue is. They're just basically fobbing me off and telling me there's nothing else that they can do. You know, when you contact eBay and they tell you how you're a great seller, you've been on eBay for 20 plus years, you're a top rated seller, all this sort of stuff, and I've had all those messages before. They do not mean it. All they're doing is buttering you up to leave them good feedback at the end of the chat session to show their stats that they're doing a good job, but they're not doing a good job. They are completely ignoring certain circumstances, and we've seen this with other people, other sellers, other content creators who have shared these kind of issues, whether it's on Instagram, on YouTube, or wherever it might be. And when finally the right person hears about the issue and something's done, what thanks do you actually get for trying to repeatedly flag the issue that is going to ultimately help eBay and ultimately help the sellers that deserve getting the help? So as I said, eBay used to remove defects if the item was shipped on time. Previously, if there was some sort of systems issue, you could even provide them with the receipt. They are not accepting that as proof of shipping, which is completely ridiculous. I mean, what further proof can you get than a receipt? We keep all of our receipts from the post office, and I am ready to provide them with the lot, but they will not accept them at all. They even asked me to contact the post office or Royal Mail about why their system isn't reporting the scans or isn't picking up the scans, and I've told them that's not really for me to do. Royal Mail aren't interested in me going to them and saying I'm about to lose my top rated seller status on eBay because you've changed something. We don't know that it's a Royal Mail issue or a post office issue. What we do know is that something has changed. eBay are burying their heads in the sands about the change, and it's going to affect a lot of sellers, and a lot of money will be lost because items that carry top rated seller status give buyers more confidence, and if there's less top rated seller items available on eBay, then there will be less buyer confidence. So the last message I had from Gail says, it would be a query with Royal Mail that if it has been dropped to them, why isn't this reflecting on your tracking, and as a result causing you a late defect? I mean, seriously, Gail. Now, I don't mind using that name because it won't be their real name. So I'd be very interested to hear if you use second class Royal Mail parcels and you've noticed an increase in your defect rate because of this, where defects were previously being removed and now they're not. Please check your defect rate if you haven't done it for a while and you use second class post. And what this has shown us is that if you want to game eBay's system, you can do it easily, and this is how. So say for example you have next day shipping with eBay, but you're busy and you are unable to ship an item on time. Don't worry, you no longer have to. As long as you use first class or second class, not RM24 and RM48, so use first class or second class, it doesn't actually now matter when you physically drop that parcel into the post office, because the post office is not reporting that date. So as long as you've marked it as shipped, and as long as the item is then delivered on time, so let's say you have like 5-day delivery, then you could easily buy a first class or a second class parcel, physically take it to the post office a day late, but as long as you've marked it as shipped within the right time scale, you'll be absolutely fine, because eBay now has no visibility and is not interested in having visibility of the shipping date. So there you go. Next time you can't find an item or something happens that means you're going to struggle to get to the post office, just buy first class or second class labels and ship them normally. And as long as they arrive on time, you'll be absolutely fine. You cannot now get a defect. Right, without further ado, it's time to see some sales in the bar.
Okay, we have Art, I haven't got my glasses on, Art 69.
Ooh.
You might not know about this one. That is a vintage Terenceville area map framed wall art, Newfoundland and Labrador in Canada. That cost £3.50 and sold for £33 plus post to a repeat buyer. And it sold within a month. This is Monty. Say hello, Monty. Monty. Hello, darling. Good boy. He's come for the day. Okay. Crate 22. Vintage Marks and Spencer Harvest dinner plates. 4 of them. And you put these away yesterday. Oh. They cost 70p for the 4 and sold for £19.99 plus post within a week. And they were from auction. Crate 26.
Yeah.
Vintage fine quality teapots. Ceramic, beige, brown and green.
That looks like well retro, doesn't it?
Yeah. That cost 81p from auction. Sold within 8 months to a repeat buyer for £5.99 plus post.
That is like 2023 stock, so everything's been reduced right down. Good to see it go.
Yeah, crate 29. Denby jet fluted champagne glasses, 2 of them. These cost 70p for the pair from auction and they sell for £24.99 within a couple of weeks. Then we've got crate 15.
Yeah.
Von Christian Luckel plate ×3 from 1986. These cost 55p from auction 8.5 months ago and they sold for £5 plus post and they're going GSP sold in America.
So another reduced 2023 stock.
Crate 19.
Yeah.
Vintage chance glass dish serving plate with anemone flowers on it. That's it. Cost 70p from auction. Listed a week and sold for £12.99 plus post. Random.
I moved the random tub. Yeah, what we got?
Vintage butter knife and jam spoon.
Butter knife and jam spoon. What if I've got a jam knife and a butter spoon? There we go.
Those, they cost 53p from auction. They have been for sale for 5 months and they sold for £10.50 to a repeat buyer. Then we've got crate 27.
Yeah.
Vintage oriental vase, Magoo's birthday, porcelain white.
Could it be that?
No. It's the other one.
Yeah.
32 centimetres tall. No.
Oh.
Monty's come to help.
Yeah, you're going to help me find the Mr. Magoo's vase? I'm back.
Okay. Clock tub. The Stevenson Norticalia wall clock, giant cog, analogue 10 inches. That's not giant.
It's not, is it? But
No.
that's 10 inches.
That cost 57p from auction and sold for £18.74 within 5 months. Then we've got crate 28. Vintage WM Younger's Scotch Bitter ashtray. That cost £2.42 from auction 8.5 months ago and sold for £6.99 plus post.
They ordered this on like Friday night, didn't they? And by Sunday night they were messaging asking when it was going to be dispatched.
Got this vintage Matador Home Pride first child's cutlery set with faux mother of pearl handles. That cost £3.11 from auction 7 months ago and sold for £10 plus post to a repeat buyer. Got quite a few repeat buyers. Got Art 79 by your leg down there.
God. Oh yeah.
This cost 70p from auction, listed 2 days and sold on Vinteria for £23 and that was from auction. Crate 17.
Yeah.
A vintage New York City 3D souvenir plate, World Trade Center on it. This cost 61p from auction 4 months ago, and it sold for £20 plus post on Vinteria. We found the vase. It's a vintage oriental vase, Magoo's birthday. Cost 71p 10 months ago and sold for £5 plus post. And then we have this Mafalda by C. Taylor print of oil on canvas, frames, very old. It cost 25p. I think that came from a garage sale trail 3 months ago, and that sold on Vinteria for £10 plus post. 3 Vinteria sales on one day. We really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you're aware of future videos when they come out. And we will see you in the next one. Bye for now.